Happy 1-year anniversary for Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Today, we will celebrate the day Fire Emblem 3 Houses was released. We will celebrate by enjoying the 5 endings of this game. But of course, I will be showing quick cuts of each ending. The full version will be in my channel, and in the description below. Please check out the game in its full glory. Without further interruptions, these are what the 5 endings should be like.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Verdant Rain Moon. Following a Dream. The ambitions of those who slither in the dark are forever shattered with Shambhala's destruction. But in the process, Rhea is grievously injured. What fate awaits her, and who will bear the weight of Fodlan on their shoulders?
Sweet child, you have finally come. I am so happy. It does my heart well to see you here, safe and sound.
Have you made your decision, Professor? Thankfully, Rhea has survived her trying ordeal. However, there is no telling how much longer her light will continue to shine.
Professor, have you decided? Will you become the next ruler of Fodlan?
Before I hear your answer, I shall fulfill the promise I made to you. You will know the truth about your identity. I will hold nothing back. I created you, and within you is the crest stone of the progenitor god. I hid the crest stone within your heart in order to revive her. Sweet child, I am sorry. I wanted to see her, see my mother, even if it meant doing that which is forbidden. I thought that I could regain all I had lost, if only I could revive my mother. And so I tried to bring her back by creating a body and then burying a crest stone within it. A young woman I created. My 12th try after much heartache was a failure. She grew up lacking the conscience of the progenitor god and fell in love with the captain of the Knights of Zeros. In time, she became pregnant, but she and the child were not able to survive the birth. The child she bore was not breathing, and she herself was in grave danger. The new mother pleaded with me to take the crest stone of the progenitor god from her own body and place it within the baby. If I had done nothing, both mother and child would have died. And so I granted her final wish. As she had hoped, the baby started breathing again. The new life was saved. Your life, sweet child. Well before that, I had saved Gerald's life using the power of my blood. That means you are the child of a mother born of the progenitor god's crest stone, and a father who carried my own blood. I knew, deep in my heart, that you would be capable of housing the conscience of the progenitor god. I was right. And yet, she merely gifted her power to you, and then disappeared once more. My dearest wish did not come true. But here you are. You alone wield the power of the progenitor god. And now, I must ask you to use that power to save this world. You must... What?
No! Ah!
Rhea? Rhea!
What is wrong? Please, calm yourself, Rhea!
Is the power of the crest taking over her body? Why is this happening?
Said it. It's terrible. White beasts have appeared all over Garrick Mach. It's hard to believe. But there have been reports that the priests and knights have been changing form.
White beasts? Are they the ones Rhea shared her blood and stones with?
Said it! Demonic beasts are heading this way!
They're after Rhea. Professor, our situation is dire. If we do nothing, Fodlan will be destroyed by a rampaging Immaculate One and these children of hers. There is only one way to stop this. We must... Damn it! We have no choice but to kill the Immaculate One! To kill Rhea!
Though showing brief signs of recovery, even Rhea's strength has its limits. Having changed form to the Immaculate One, she is unable to control her power. As if in response, priests and knights who are directly related to Rhea by blood change into white beasts themselves. Facing this unexpected threat, the Resistance Army prepares for its final battle to save Fodlan.
It is kept secret, but there is a certain rite that all initiates to high office in the church must undergo. In this rite, one pledges to serve the goddess, and in return receives a crest stone fragment and blood. The ones who have transformed alongside Rhea just now are the ones who have accepted those gifts. They will shield Rhea, the Immaculate One, I should say, with their very lives. But if we do not strike her down, Fodlan will have no future. To arms! Surrounded already, it seems. The white beasts are those in whom Rhea's blood flows strongest. Until we get rid of them, we will not be able to so much as touch Rhea.
Damn! After all that's happened, why do we have to kill Lady Rhea?
I'll crush them all. Where do I start?
Isn't the fighting already over? Why do we have to do this to Lady Rhea?
All is for victory!
That was fun to watch.
The Immaculate One. We cannot afford to lose here, whoever our foe may be.
They're coming one by one from the southern stronghold. If we do not capture it, there will be more.
Ready for anything.
Let us turn our attention to the Immaculate One.
This is it. The final battle.
Rhea! Not even I have seen this form.
Well, that's something, isn't it? A shame we must kill her. Consider the research potential.
Vanish into the abyss!
I will inherit the pride of Nabatea. Rest in peace by Sothis' side! Behold our strategy!
Rhea! How tragic. But there is no time to waste. She must be stopped.
We shall help.
Get ready, everyone!
Let's go. This is me paying you back. No matter what, I'll stop Lady Rhea.
We will help.
Let's try something special.
Lady Rhea, with my sword, I will put an end to your suffering.
I can help.
All is fair in war.
I will tear you down!
Here we come. Put the plan into action.
Let's shake things up. I have a plan.
Now!
Are you ready?
Don't try and stop me!
If I must.
Judgment is passed! Prepare yourself! Rhea! Please!
You are here, Mother.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. Rhea's wild rampage was put to an end, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. The Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance, all political structures that had once shaped the continent, were gone. A unified nation began to take shape under the watchful eye of the Church of Seiros. The Church's new leader became a champion of the people, working tirelessly to help them overcome the horrors of war and to carve out a path towards reconstruction. Just as Saint Seiros tended to those who suffered in wars of the past, Fodlan's new ruler embraced their role as mother of all life and arbiter of every soul. Part 2. Crimson Flower. Great Tree Moon. To the End of a Dream. After defeating the Kingdom Army and King Dimitri on the Tailtine Plains, Imperial forces set their sights on Verdant, the kingdom capital. The final battle against Rhea draws near. The Imperial army arrives in Verdant, the kingdom capital, only to be confronted by Rhea, who has transformed into the Immaculate One. The Black Eagle strike force steels itself for an epic battle, hoping to soon return Fodlan to its people.
Rhea, members of the Church of Seros, surely there's no need to continue this fight. What could be gained by shutting yourselves inside the capital of a kingdom without a king? I will give you this one chance, and no other. Throw down your weapons and surrender. Unlike you, I have no desire to unleash wicked atrocities upon this world.
Their silence speaks volumes. Shall we commence our attack?
I'll wait just a moment longer. There are still many residents within the city. Unlike my attack on Garrick Mach 5 years ago, the Church will not allow the inhabitants to evacuate. What the hell are they planning?
Lady Rhea, or rather, Lady Seros, the Imperial Army is calling for our surrender. Is it wise to ignore them? Perhaps we could leave Fodlan and devise another plan.
We shall not surrender. We must not lose. Even if it must split the heavens, we shall not yield to the wicked ones.
Understood. I will do as you command. You have my fealty no matter what, until my last moment of life.
I'll stay by your side too. Forever.
Now, Catherine, set fire to the city.
What? No, you can't do that!
Catherine, now.
As you wish. But is there truly no other way?
I have no patience for foolish questions. I shall sacrifice as many lives as it takes. That apostate who insists on taking everything from me will be crushed by my own hands!
That ghastly voice.
Your Majesty! There's smoke coming from every corner of the capital. It seems they've set fire to the city.
What? Damn it, Rhea. There really is no depth you wouldn't sink to. Everyone, we must commence our attack at once. Are you ready?
Preparations are complete. Just say the word.
Then we attack. We'll head straight for the castle and strike down their leader, Rhea, that vile creature called the Immaculate One. This is the end of our long war. After this victory, Fodlan will finally be united and truly free. The capital we're about to invade is engulfed in flames. Do not rush to your deaths. Survive. Prevail. Do that and we'll witness the birth of a new world. I want to see it with all of you at my side. Understood?
Of course. I will not fall and leave you without your protector. And you may live to see your dream come to fruition. For that, I shall survive and prevail.
I am carrying the future of Brigid. I will not be dying here. I will be winning. For myself and for everyone. I will be surviving.
We've been cutting our own path this whole way. There's no stopping until we reach the end. I can't die, or all my great work so far will have been wasted.
Don't worry about me, AD. I won't fall before I've found my happily ever after. Maybe when this war is over, I can finally snag a good catch and settle down.
Somehow we're already here. I wonder if the peace we secure will allow me to research as much as I'd like. If so, let's end this quickly.
Edelgard, Professor, I'll do my best for both of you. If I die here, it would be with shame and regret. Oh, I can't let that happen!
Once the world is united, I will lend my strength to both Edelgard and the Professor. To that end, I will lead us all safely to victory. My pride and duty as a noble demand no less, as do my own principles.
Imperial Army, Black Eagle Strike Force, move out!
It's so awful to see the kingdom capital go up in flames. But at least we made it this far. We finally stand before the palace. These flames will kill our friends and foes alike.
Those who stand in our way will perish with the flames. Immaculate One, your reign ends, here and now.
With fire raging all over the city, our enemies won't be able to advance in large numbers. Instead, they may try to defeat us with small squads of elite warriors.
Indeed, I suspect as much. And at their head is the one who stole my mother from me, and likely that mutinous whelp Edelgard.
The whole city's burning! Oh, this isn't good. I'm flammable, you know?
If possible, we must be avoiding the flame and be careful of strong enemies.
If we want to minimize our losses, we will need to be flexible in our approach.
Understood.
Yeah!
Rapturous! Your life ends!
Open your hearts and accept your fate. The Immaculate War saves only the righteous!
What? Her howl was unadulterated magic. I didn't know such a display of power was possible.
That roar seems to have affected the doll's movements.
Whenever the Immaculate One howls, those dolls become stronger. I'm your girl.
Annette, I knew this day would come.
Yes, and so did I, Father. Be warned that I will push you aside, even if I must use force to do it.
I understand. Goddess, this is surely a chastisement from you. Majesty, I beg forgiveness. My promise to you, I could not.
Thanks!
That's my strategy.
You made Lady Rhea hurt. I'll never forgive you. It's over.
Lady Rhea, thank you for everything.
Hello, Catherine. I always knew this day would come.
What a coincidence, so did I. It seems that now we have no choice. We have nothing in common. Not our backgrounds, not our beliefs.
Not the way we lived, or the way we'll die.
Lady Rhea, my service ends here. It's been an honor.
I see that the years have not cured humanity of its folly. You still wish to hurt and betray my mother and myself!
Marvel at our strategy.
We'll do all we can.
Let's shake things up. Don't mind getting my hands dirty.
This better work.
strategy.
Now!
Give her back! Give back my mother!
So it's true. You don't value human life at all. Isn't that right, Immaculate One?
Nonsense! Fools who do not accept their own sins are undeserving of salvation! You humans are the ones who betrayed! You betrayed me! And you betrayed my mother!
I did not betray you or her. I never believed in you from the beginning. When humanity stands strong, and people reach out for each other, there's no need for gods. Rhea, your reign of tyranny is over. The time has come. I'm ending this once and for all! Is it over?
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. With the fall of Verdiad, the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Church of Seros both vanished into the people's memories. Fodlan was finally one unified nation, under the rule of Emperor Edelgard and the Adrestian Empire. Embracing her newfound power, Edelgard could at last set about destroying Fodlan's entrenched system of nobility and rebuild a world free from the tyranny of crests and status. Yet, beneath the surface, an unseen and silent struggle began to take shape. From her seat of power, Edelgard could at last wage war on those who slither in the dark. Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Oath of the Dagger. After storming the streets of Enbar and bringing Imperial forces to their knees, the Kingdom army surrounds the Imperial Palace. But the enemy that awaits them there is not the Edelgard they once knew.
Time has nearly come.
Yes, the anomaly should present itself shortly. However,
there's no reason to fret. Besides, it's far too late to second guess. Now, assume your position. I can't promise your safety if you remain here.
Very well.
This pain is nothing compared to what I have already suffered.
They are here, but my progress cannot be stopped, no matter how many people try. The war's end will spell destruction for one of us. There can only be one ruler of the world.
Edelgard must be in the throne room. I would love nothing more than to charge in and settle this once and for all. But we must be mindful of the surrounding forces.
Strange. The mages don't seem to be wearing their usual Imperial uniforms.
We cannot allow our grand ambition to be stopped by these beasts.
You shall be obliterated. I will take you out so fast you will not have a chance to lament.
Where did that attack come from? If we do not find out, we have no chance of avoiding it.
We're in danger. Advance with caution.
I'll take you down here and now, for the sake of the new dawn. Judgment is passed!
Never doubted you.
We will return this world to mortal hands. May that filthy race of beasts wither and die.
I can do no less!
A curse upon those damned beasts!
Myson! Everyone retreat! We cannot sacrifice our goal!
The mages are retreating! So, they weren't Imperial troops after all.
Stop yammering. We must advance, Boar.
These fools are caught up in the sacrifices at hand, and cannot see the future ramifications at stake. We must bury them. We must trample the past underfoot, and move onward to a brighter tomorrow.
Too slow!
I'm fine.
It's time!
So, that grotesque creature was Edelgard. If she is prepared to transform her very body to fight for this future of hers, then I have no choice but to defeat her, even if it costs me my life. We must defend the present. After all, it is all that we truly have.
I'm here to help.
It's our chance to prevail.
done!
Facing you, I grow weak.
Leave it to me. To be changed beyond all recognition. That is what lies at the end of the ideals you served so diligently. I have no pity for one such as you. If that is the future you hoped for, then you deserve no compassion. Saw it coming.
Watch and learn!
Saw it coming. On my honor!
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. The long reign of the Adrestian Empire finally met its end when the imperial capital, the city of Enbar, collapsed. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. With Fodlan united as the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Archbishop Rhea, still weak from her imprisonment, stepped down from her position. The Church of Seiros began to take the needed steps to reorganize. Prince Dimitri formally ascended the throne, beginning his reign as the king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, which now included former Alliance and Imperial territories. Texts from the time claim that the one who guided the king as he sought to create a world free from oppression became the new Archbishop of the Church of Seiros. Part 2. Verdant Wind. Verdant Rain Moon. Fodlan's New Dawn. With the destruction of Shambhala, the ambitions of those who slither in the dark are forever shattered. However, Rhea has suffered grievous injuries in the process. Yet, certain mysteries remain unsolved, so Claude and the others approach Rhea, who is now confined to her room due to her wounds.
I am happy to see you two.
Sorry to interrupt your rest, but there are some things that we absolutely must ask you.
It seems I do not have much time left. I do not intend to hide anything any longer.
Rhea, I have to ask, you're the Immaculate One, aren't you? If what I'm thinking is correct, that's what the Children of the Goddess is referring to. In other words, you—
I am the last child of the Progenitor God. A long time ago, the Progenitor God came from somewhere far away and descended upon this continent. She changed her form to resemble that of a human and gave her own blood to birth her children. The Progenitor God and her children shared knowledge and skills with the people of the land. Together, they built a prosperous civilization. But the humans turned their backs on the teachings of the Progenitor God and engaged in senseless wars. Eventually, people began to think of themselves as gods and challenged the Progenitor God herself to battle. The land was scorched in the war that ensued, and the majority of humans were annihilated. I believe that those who slither in the dark are the descendants of those who retreated beneath the ground during that time.
So they'd been waiting all that time for their chance at revenge.
It took the Progenitor God an astonishing amount of time to revive the ravaged world. But eventually, the continent found peace again, and the Progenitor God, having fulfilled her duty, fell into a long slumber in the Holy Tomb. The children who stayed behind built a settlement in Xanadu to protect the Holy Tomb as they quietly lived out their lives. But then, Nemesis appeared, bringing tragedy along with him. Even now, I cannot forget the sight of that massive canyon painted red with blood. I was never able to forgive those who proudly wielded weapons crafted from the corpses of my brethren. I was the only survivor of Xanadu, and all I could do was wander across Fodlan, clinging to my desperate desire for revenge. I called myself Seros, fostered the founding of the Empire, and prepared to oppose Nemesis and his followers.
Unbelievable.
I put Xanadu behind me to gather the remaining children who were scattered across Fodlan. Finally, we killed Nemesis on the Tailteen Plains, and I took back the Sword of the Creator.
Let me get this straight. Saint Seros is you? You're kidding me, right?
Professor, Claude, there's something you need to hear right away.
If you have something to report, do so at once. There is no need to let my presence worry you.
As you wish. We're receiving a constant stream of express messengers from cities to the east. They claim that an unidentified military force is attacking, and that there have already been a large number of casualties.
What?
The reports indicate that the cities and towns along the East Gronder thoroughfare in the Old Rim territory have already been destroyed. Some villages were razed completely, leaving no survivors.
Damn it! Did they come from Shambhala? Could it be that there were some remnants of that wicked group hiding there?
I have a report. The unidentified military force has crossed the Great Bridge of Murden. Alliance forces met them in battle, but it seems they have already broken through.
They've already made it so far. Is Count Gloucester unharmed?
The Count is fine, but apparently my brother joined with reinforcements and was gravely injured.
You mean to tell me they easily got past a general as skilled as Holst?
They say the enemy general has a weapon that resembles the Sword of the Creator. Even my brother was powerless to stop him.
That's not possible.
The enemy forces are flying a banner bearing the crest of flames as they continue their march west along the Aramid River.
We believe they're marching toward Garreg Mach. We are preparing to meet them in battle.
A weapon that resembles the sword of the Creator. And banner bearing the crest of flames. There is only one explanation. The one leading the enemy force is Nemesis himself.
Nemesis? That Nemesis? Do you really think the ancient king of liberation has been brought back to life?
Perhaps the seal was broken when Shambhala fell. An incredible power that we children cannot hope to match dwells within the blood of the progenitor god. Nemesis obtained that blood, so it would not surprise me if that were the case.
The blood of the progenitor god. That's right. He did take the remains from the holy tomb, didn't he?
From the blood of the progenitor god, Sothis, he acquired the crest of flames. From her bones and heart, he crafted the sword of the Creator.
The sword of the Creator is made from her bones and heart?
The heart of Sothis is the crest stone that was placed in the sword of the Creator. The same is true of the crests of the 10 elites and the other crest stones. They were born of the blood and hearts of the progenitor god's children. Those who slither in the dark created them, stole them. Sothis never gifted that power to the humans.
The crests of the 10 elites, the crest stones, and the heroes' relics. I can't believe those who slither in the dark made them all. And after that, Nemesis used the sword of the Creator to massacre all of the progenitor god's children in Xanadu. In other words, the citizens of Xanadu were killed by weapons made from the remains of their brethren. How atrocious. But I don't get it. The sword of the Creator that Teach wields doesn't have a crest stone. So how is Teach able to wield its full power?
The crest stone of the progenitor god dwells within your professor. After I battled with Nemesis as Saint Seros, I reclaimed the heart of Sothis. I wanted to use that heart to resurrect her, even though I had to do some questionable things to achieve that goal. I wished to see Sothis, my mother, once more. Yes, I believed that if I could resurrect my mother, I could regain all that had been lost.
So, that's the truth of it.
I suspected that your body housed the consciousness of Sothis. Those suspicions were correct. And yet, she merely gave you her power and vanished. My dearest wish did not come true. But you did inherit the power of the progenitor god. Now, you must use that power to defeat Nemesis once and for all. Fodlan's blood-stained history must end.
What's the plan, my friend? I thought you'd say that. And of course, I'll be joining you. What about the rest of you? Our enemy is a monster of legend. As always, there's not a shred of proof that we can win.
A foolish inquiry, Claude. I must finish what my father started.
Started? Your father ran away before the battle even began.
Well, all the more reason why I, as his heir, cannot flee now.
I'm in. I need to get back at him for hurting my brother. I'm not going to let him get away with it.
Wow, Hilda's serious about this.
I, too, will fight until the end. I wish to protect Fodlan's future.
I feel the same as Lysithea. It would hardly be fitting for Captain Gerald's apprentice to bow out now. I'll show them everything he taught me.
I will give it my all as well. For the Professor, for Claude, and for all of you who helped make me as strong as I am now.
I'm in too. And when we're done, I'm gonna eat tons of steak to celebrate.
This truly is the final battle. At this point, you shouldn't have to ask us, Claude. You know we're with you.
I do know that, Ignatz. But I had to ask, just to make sure.
Look at how reliable you kids have become. You've trained them well, Professor. This Nemesis guy should be arriving soon. Is everyone ready?
It's finally time. I'm on board with that. Let's all make it through this alive. Let's defeat this dusty old king of liberation and put an end to this history of lies. Once we've done that, there'll be nothing holding us back. A new and brighter age will begin. Let's go, my friend. Fodlan's new dawn awaits.
A military force, bearing the crest of flames on its banner, marches west to Garrigmach from Shambhala, attacking nearby cities along the way. Rhea informs the Alliance that the enemy's general is none other than the ancient Fell King Nemesis. And so, the Alliance army prepares for their final battle, hoping to put an end to Fodlan's blood-stained history.
Nemesis is here, and with more soldiers than expected.
A swamp, huh? There's something about it. It looks odd somehow.
Can't breathe. You should not have done that. Be careful. The water is poisonous to the living.
Looks like we'd better not get near that swamp. Try to avoid it during the fight.
Ceros! I will kill you! Do not get in my way!
So that's Nemesis. You're a crusty old bastard, you know that?
All those who stand in my way will be destroyed!
Watch out, Claude! They're coming for us!
Huh? I think they've got some sort of magical link with Nemesis.
Could the magic be protecting him?
Not sure, but we'd better take out his 10 commanders before taking him on.
Get out of here! Leave it to me. I'm on a roll!
9 more commanders remaining. We just killed number 10. These can't be the 10 elites, can they? Nah, not likely. Guide me well.
Do not try to resist! No hesitation!
That helps.
Now he can't call any more demonic beasts. Time to see off his allies.
My orders? Pure grit!
Oh, the swampland vanished.
I won't run away!
Exemplar.
Feeble creature, prepare to die!
No effect? So Nemesis, he's invincible.
You bear the crest of flames, just as I do!
It's over! No hesitation! Here is something to believe in! Allow me to demonstrate!
That one seemed to work. We're almost done. Let's go, my friend!
Tough talk from the guy who's lived too long. Allow me to fix that!
You are all pathetic weaklings. You lack the courage to challenge me in lone combat.
Yet we have the strength to scale the walls between us, to reach out our hands in friendship so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how we win! Future historians will refer to this day as the new dawn of Fodlan. Of that, I have no doubt. It's up to you now, Teach. As for my path...
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. The ambitions of the Fell King Nemesis were crushed, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. Country, faith, history, all that had once formed the order of the world was wiped clean. The heroes whose very hand saved Fodlan from a dark fate commenced with the building of a new society. The leaders of this new, unified Fodlan began their walk down a seemingly endless path, one towards a world that would cherish differences in race and belief, one where all life would be valued equally. Those leaders clung to the hope that their path would not end with Fodlan, that it would someday span the seas to Dagda and beyond the throat to Elmira.
To me, growing up in the shelter of the monastery, she was my world. All of the memories I hold of her, learning, growing, walking hand in hand, she left me in awe. If that's what makes her happy, then I will watch her walk away with warmth in my heart. If that is truly what will make her happy, surely he will make her smile. That's all I wanted for her. To Citri, confined within the monastery walls. He was her world. I saw the way her eyes glimmered when they spoke, and her otherworldly smile when they became engaged. The look on her face when she told me how happy she was to bear his child. It was enough for me to see her happiness, to witness it from a distance. She breathed her last 21 long years ago. I have never forgotten. She died before she could see the face of the child whom she had so lovingly nurtured. The funeral was a solemn affair. We gathered in the graveyard, said our farewells, and watched as her casket was lowered into the soil. That was the end of her story.
Elfric, cease this at once!
It is too late. The chalice is filled to its brim with the blood of the four. Should their blood prove insufficient, I will spill even my own blood to finish this.
The chalice cannot return her soul, Elfric. It is incapable even of returning the body to life.
Be not afraid. Today your mother returns to us. The time has come. Perhaps I am not an equal man to him, but I am here by your side, Citri. Citri.
The chalice! It absorbed both of them.
An aberration. What is it? An umbral beast?
So I see. It is just as the last time the ritual was performed.
Is this really happening? Elfric turned into that thing?
Ugh, it does seem like some kind of sick joke.
So this is the rite of rising? Quite the dangerous ritual, if you ask me.
Lady Rhea, monsters have appeared at the cathedral!
Could it be? Perhaps his roar drew them there. Everyone who is capable must fight this beast, now!
Archbishop Rhea, things ended up this way because of me. Please allow me to make up for it.
Yuri.
It'll give me a chance to hold up my end of the deal. Let me fight for the church.
So very like you to steal the glory in the heat of the moment. Elfric used us. He lied to us and attempted to slay us. Despite that, he provided shelter when I had none. We must end things swiftly, for his sake.
He's never going to be normal again, is he? For all those years, he tried to make this happen. Bring her back, only to lose himself. It's pretty awful.
He made his choice. All we can do is accept it. Let's do all of us a favor and take him out real quick like, yeah?
We'll help too. Together we stand, together we fall.
Yes. You can rely on us until the very end.
Time to lower the curtain on this unfortunate tale.
Please act swiftly, but with great care. By my order. Stop the umbral beast. Stop Elfric.
This magnificent cathedral will collapse if this continues for much longer.
That abomination sure as hell isn't going to back down. We've got no choice but to go all in.
He's isolated. Let's surround him. Close the distance in one fell swoop.
Don't be rash. Conventional rules don't apply in a battle like this.
He's right. We have no way of knowing what that beast is capable of. We must proceed with caution.
An illusion. And it looks just like Elfric.
I'm not sure I can fight him, even if it's not really him.
Don't worry, Happy. I can.
The beast can feed off these illusions somehow?
Its wounds are healing. How troublesome.
different positions.
It's some brand of spatial distortion magic. I haven't the faintest how to defend against it.
Damn! Don't let that thing catch you alone. It's too risky.
Yeah, don't be reckless. Stand united.
Right where I want you. Just like that.
You can't hear me now. Not like this. Not anymore. You really are a damn fool. You know that?
You can count on us. I've got an ace up my sleeve.
This is what comes of meddling with a sacred tool commissioned by the progenitor god. But clearly it's too late to scold you at this point. For now, we must focus on dealing with the result.
We'll lend you a hand.
We shall take any opening.
Yep. Alfie's gone now. Transformed into that thing. Sometimes the world's too horrible to wrap my head around.
I'll help out.
Time to shake things up.
Let me at him. I intended to take one for the team, but damn! This thing is way uglier than I thought. Ha! Perfect! This'll be one for the history books.
Remember the service.
Unleash, pals!
Can we help?
I've got an idea.
Now's our chance.
Let's get this over with.
I've got this.
Now!
The time is now.
Let this be a lesson.
It is finished. Well done, everyone. Because of you, her restless soul has finally found peace. Professor, I imagine you have much on your mind. I was there the day she brought you forth into this world. Citri had always been frail. Giving birth proved to be too much for her in the end. On that fated day, it looked as though neither of you would survive. In those final moments, she spoke, saying, "My heart, give it to my child." That is correct. The heart that lies within your chest is none other than hers. It was the only way that you could be saved. But Citri loved others, much as a human might, and I loved her in return. Citri looked upon me as though I was her mother, and I wished for her to have a bright future. I would not have her buried in the cold, dark soil. Prior to her funeral, I arranged for a fake burial. Afterward, I brought her body to Abyss, where I would sometimes visit her. I never thought that anyone, especially Elfric, would find her. I did not expect for such a tragedy to ensue.
Boss, there's something you gotta tell me. Was Elphick really just using us all that time?
How should I know? I mean, he always acted that way around me, like we were a means to an end. But the church records indicate he founded the Ashen Wolf House 15 years ago. He mentioned he found Citri 10 years ago. So it seems he really did mean well, at first.
What's done is done. He's gone, and we're here. That's what matters now.
You're always so quick to adapt to change, Happy. I should follow your example.
Yeah, you always get to the heart of things quickly. Right then, I've got a lot to take care of now. I need to fill the church in on all the details about how things actually played out. And with my people freed from the monastery prison, they'll need to be accounted for.
Good luck with that whole mess. I'll be rooting for you from afar.
Surely you'll let us know if there is any way at all we can help. We'd be just thrilled.
Hell, if you want, your people can be my people. I could use some good mercenaries to watch my back.
Enough already. I get it.
It's no less than you deserve.
What you have sown, now you shall reap.
You made your bed, now shut up about it, pal.
Anyway, what do you figure will happen to Abyss? The church will want to step in, no doubt.
You got me. After everything that's happened, things can't stay the same. The church will probably assign an official to oversee things. Hopefully whoever they choose knows how to get along with Abyssians well.
Let's worry about all that some other time, yeah? I could really use a tall drink and a long sleep.
I'm with you. I hurt in places I didn't even know could hurt.
It has been a terribly long night indeed. One I won't ever forget.
A terribly long night, but a beautiful morning.
You mean to say that you are disbanding us?
Yes. After speaking with the cardinals, my decision is final. The Ashen Wolf House was originally established for youths who are in need of the church's protection. Somewhere along the way, that intent was corrupted, and it ultimately became a cage for you. The Ashen Wolves are officially disbanded. You can consider this a graduation of sorts.
You can doll this up by calling it graduating, but you're the one who sent me to Abyss to begin with. Now you waltz in here and tell us to just go live our lives as if none of this ever happened?
You may continue living in Abyss, of course. Abyss will always be a refuge for those who need it most. Your chains have been unbound. You are free to live as you wish now.
You ask me, this feels like good timing. This sounds pretty alright, Rhea.
After all I have been through, I must say I feel immense gratitude at the prospect of living freely.
You're just going to let me go? While I was working with the church, I still did some unsavory things.
You have already been judged for your transgressions, Yuri. You have slain the undeserving. The weight of that is yours to bear. You have time to contemplate your actions now. That is punishment enough.
What's with the woe is me act? She's saying you're a free man.
True enough. It's up to me to determine how I'll live my life now. How I'll make up for what I've done.
You made up your mind quickly, despite having ample time to think it through.
Someone of my many talents must make decisions in short order. I'm in high demand after all. The Verdiad Royal School of Sorcery demands my presence post-haste. How could I deny them? Soon, the name Nouvelle shall be renowned all throughout the Imperial capital. Prepare yourselves.
Didn't you already attend that school? Leaving and going back seems... well, good luck with that.
Maybe I'll try to see my family again. It's been forever, but now seems like as good a time as any to do that. The whole thing might be a drag though, so maybe I'll come straight back to Abyss.
I think I'll... Yep. I'll find a way to hit it big. Make tons of money. It's about time the indebted king of grappling finally paid down all those damn debts.
You could always ask my brother to help you out. Seems like a good way to go, really.
Borrow from Holst? That's a hard no. Wouldn't dare to trouble my best pal like that. That's enough about me. What are you going to do now, boss?
Who knows? For now, I'll take some time to think. My main concern at this point is taking care of my people back in my hometown.
You mean you'll continue your former line of work?
No need to beat around the bush. And yeah, that's the plan. It's what I'm best at. But I can approach things differently now. Change how I live. Find ways to thrive in peace, you know?
Makes sense to me. I wish you all the best.
Thanks, friend. Right back at you. We both deserve to live our lives freely. I may end up back home after all this, but I worry about how my rogues here would fare without a boss.
Always worrying about everyone but yourself. Stop with that already, yeah?
There you go, being cute again. Though I'm certain if you're around, Abyss and everyone in it will be just fine.
We'll keep an eye on Abyss as well. Isn't that right, you two?
Absolutely. That place is a treasure trove of secrets. Just try to keep me away.
I trust your motives are not all so selfish, Claude. And yes, we promise to protect Abyss in your absence.
Boss! Boss! You can't just leave us high and dry like this! Where will we go? What will we do?
I should have known. Humans are adaptable creatures. I'll sort it out just fine.
Relax, will ya? We all know Yuri's not the type to abandon his pals. He's a guy who always turns up when he's needed. Hell, we should all be taking notes from him.
The world's a dreary place. We could all use a little help now and again.
As long as we're all here for each other as true friends, we can live our lives to the fullest. You heard me. You're all my friends. You matter. You always will.
That seems like a good note to end on.
Sure does. Get you later, pals. I mean, friends.
With that, I bid you farewell.
And so it is. Until next time, friend.